And the British came back 3 decades later in 1839 with warships in what's now called the First Opium Wars. And then China basically was attacked for 110 years from the arrival of the British. It suffered multiple invasions, civil war, conquest by Japan in several phases. In other words, disaster that they call the century of humiliation. But what's important for us as Americans especially, and people in the Western world to understand, that really laid China so low, China was bound to bounce back. In other words, China wasn't this impoverished country from history. It was exactly what you said. It was a world-leading society for millennia. And then suddenly, for 100 years, they discovered Western technology. They were beaten to hell by it, first by the Europeans and the Americans, and then by their own neighbor, Japan, which industrialized before China. And when China emerged independent in 1949, it was impoverished, and it said, we've just gone through 110 years of outright humiliation, the century of humiliation. And it's very important to understand that right now, because China's dominant foreign policy idea is do not do that to us again. Do not divide us. Do not weaken us. Do not rule over us. Do not boss us. We are back, and we are not going to let happen again what the British did to us starting in 1839 and what the Japanese did to us starting in 1895. That's the entire essence of the Chinese worldview right now, which is don't do that to us again. We are a great country, a great civilization. Now we have a strong economy. Don't mess with us. Of course, and Donald Trump just walked into it.